Hello guys, welcome. It is I RetroDude playing T2, the arcade game on Sega Genesis, Sega Mega Drive. Here's an awesome fact about this game. Terminator 2 Judgment Day is an arcade shooting video game based on the film of the same name, produced by Midway Manufacturing Company for the arcades in 1991. Home conversions were released by Acclaim Entertainment for various platforms under the title of T2, the arcade game, in order to avoid confusion with the numbers of tie-in games also based on the movie. I had great fun memories playing this game. I remember going to Felixstowe and I said to my mum, "Oh look, mummy, there's a Terminator game, can I play?" And my mum said, "Yes, sure, go for it." And I had a couple of quid armed and ready to put in some rapid fire coins in there. Yeah. And what drew me to the arcade, guys, was the side panel of Arnold Schwarzenegger looking so cool with his pose on his motorbike. That just draws you in, and no wonder it's so much money. And what was so impressive about the arcade cabinet, it was upright and it had a really cool narrow TV screen that was quite good distance in front of your eyes, very similar to Operation Wolf. The way they mounted the gun, the Uzis, was so cool. Basically, on the bottom left hand, if I remember, for one of the guns, the button was there for the rocket launchers, which is ace, and also for the thing is for the shotgun. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. In the later levels, yes. Guys, this is a great movie, and this version I'm playing was done by Probe. Beam Software did the Game Boy version, and then obviously Midway made the arcade version of this. I've never played the Super Nintendo version of this, which is a bit strange coming from a guy who was into retro gaming. Apparently the SNES version is actually closest to the arcade in terms of visual fidelity and good quality and better animations. But what draws me to the Sega Mega Drive version, which they redrew on the graphics because of the hardware limitations were there. And the music soundtrack on the Genesis is far superior than the Super Nintendo version, in my opinion. And this used the Sega Menacer, which was Sega's answer to the Super Scope, which was the coolest gun ever made. I want to get a hold of this gun for my collection. I seen one in Derby, actually, the Sega Menacer in box, so I'm going to try and save some money. What I didn't like about this Sega Menacer, though, is the binocular attachment on the top. It just looks stupid and strange. Maybe for sniper games it's good for that, but for T2, the arcade game, it's perfect for this. Right, I'm going to bump up some credits. 5, which is a bit annoying. Yeah. Guys, there are two problems I have with this game. There's two of these missions. One is protecting John Connor in the Jeep. And if you don't, you got to make sure to collect all those missile boxes, because if you don't, you're gonna die a lot in this game. And yeah, it's very difficult. And then the later missions is where they're in a van and they get escaping from the T-1000 with a helicopter. I hate that level. Whoever designed that level, you should have been fired immediately, because it was just. I know you have to create games to make good lengths and a good challenge, but that was just. It's just evil in itself. I hated that. Have you guys ever played that level, and did it drove you crazy? I bet it did. It drove me nuts. But the rest of the game is fantastic. You know, you play more of the Skynet level Battlefield as well. And you actually do face the Skynet computer as one of the bosses. Yeah, a big door and that shoots a lot of barrage of missiles at you. And what I like about this game, if you can get the CPU, you can get bonus points. This game is so cool, you can chop their heads off with a gun. It's brilliant. Look. Headless Terminators. The T-800s. The endoskeleton. Yeah, I remember seeing the first movie. I was so impressed by the stop motion animation, and it was really scary back in the day. these new movies are not that scary compared to the Terminator. You know, you have to watch it with the lights off to really appreciate, you know, the true scare horror factor. Yeah, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was born for this role, wasn't he, guys? Who else would have played him? Yeah, he is the Terminator. Nobody could take that away from him. Yeah, the most coined catchphrase was it "Hasta la vista, baby," and was it? Oh, what else? He did many quotes. I swear I will not kill anyone. Yeah, that's right. I remember that from John Connor. And I like it when he goes out the Cyberdyne building. He says, "Trust me." Yeah. Oh, and my favourite scene of the Terminator movie is when they're at Cyberdyne and the Terminator gets this huge minigun out and starts firing on the police officers. It's just an awesome scene. I love that. It's such a great memory I have. I'll never forget that scene. It was visually powerful. It really makes you think, you know. And what I like about the movie, the Terminators learn not to kill. They learn to protect human life. And I like that bit at the end of the movie with Sarah Connor saying, "If machines could protect human life, we can too," or something like that. Can you quote me on that line, guys, in the comment section? There was also a Amiga version for this, which I played the demo disc of back in the day. Oh, that's so many years, man. I love the Amiga version. Was brilliant. Yeah, they basically. It's very similar to the Mega Drive version, but they updated the graphics, and the animation was more smoother, and it was smoother, and it looked like it flowed better. The visual fidelity didn't slow down, which was great, I suppose. Oh yeah, if you get these red pellets, the red bullets, they are doing more damage, but you've got to make sure the gun gauge, you keep firing at the right amount of speed. That's it. So guys, what was your favourite scene in the movie? And which is your favourite version? There was many ports of this. There was one for the Game Gear, Master System, Game Boy. I didn't like the Game Boy version. I did own it back in the day. I wasn't very impressed with Beam Software, because they make some garbage titles. Yeah, so there you go. That's my final verdict of the Game Boy version. It's rubbish. It's not very good, to be honest. I would love to get hold of the SNES version. Have you guys played the SNES version? And did you play with the Super Scope? And also, guys who are Sega fans, did you play the game with the Menacer gun as well? I like the fact Skynet ordered like these gold-plated Terminators. Yeah, 15 karat gold. Yeah, they must have won the Skynet lottery. Yeah, it's a shame they get killed and they get blown to bits. Yeah. But guys, I highly recommend you check another YouTube channel that I subscribed recently. It's called The Console Wars. These two awesome dudes from America did actually a versus comparison with this version, the Mega Drive, and the SNES version of T2, the arcade game. It's worth checking out. Yeah, go and check that video out, guys. It will really quite surprise you. They both made good, valid arguments about, you know, in terms of missing features and animations and music arrangements that were altered in the different versions. Yeah. This boss takes forever to kill. You gotta basically have enough gunpowder, try and keep yourself alive. Yeah. Yeah. I played the Game Gear version of this as well. It's I gotta say, guys, it's quite impressive on that little handheld. You know, the graphics. It probably dwarfs the Game Boy version, I suppose. Yeah. It's a real shame about the Sega Master System version. They didn't utilize the light phaser gun. It was joypad only controller, which doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, it's meant to be a light gun game. Hey, but that's what Sega were doing. They were trying to be smart with their marketing, and they did succeed. So, yes, I did play a lot of this when I was at Sunderland, and it's great amount of fun. As well as frustrations with the mix of the levels that are gonna drive you crazy. Yeah, more like terminate yourself. In other words. Right. Yes. Okay, right. Just gotta take out this main bit. I heard a rumor that they want to make another Terminator movie. I would have thought they gave up after Genesis because that movie was terrible, man. The first two movies are perfect by law, but now they're just milking the franchise to death, and Hollywood need to just stop making these reboots and rehashes of old classics. If you want my opinion, guys, just if you can find it, there's a really good Skynet edition DVD. If I remember, I used to own that back in the day, and they had so many special features, and it was fantastic. Yeah, I remember owning it. I love, you know. I'm probably gonna buy it on iTunes as well because you can get it on iTunes now. I'm gonna try like build a classic movie collection, like Rambo, Terminator, RoboCop. I got RoboCop 1 and 2 on iTunes. Obviously the first RoboCop was brilliant. Second RoboCop movie was pretty good actually. A lot of people didn't like that movie because of Kane and the two robots scrapping each other. I thought that was quite cool, really quite exciting. Yeah. What's your favourite movie game as well, guys? That'd be nice to hear in the comments section. Okay, gotta take out the last golden Terminators. Bye bye. Boo 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 boo. You're terminated. As Arnold said. You're terminated. Hasta la vista, baby. Alright, guys. That is the end of my gameplay footage and commentary of T2 the arcade game. If you like, comment and subscribe. And as Retroduce says, Retro Forever! Signing out. Happy gaming, people.